episode of The Edge of Ponderosa, episode 2. Joining us tonight is the amazing Aurora. Of course, we have Gavin Whitson, and Evil Vic has left us tonight. We have Homeless Vic. I think that's where we need to start. Do you want to explain yourself, Victoria?
Well, I'm just like the worst at remembering my keys, and then I was kind of running late to work this morning, and I'd switched bags. And I knew I didn't have my keys, but I was like, oh, Billy, my boyfriend, he'll be home before me. So it doesn't matter, but he's not home because he switched his clients around. So I'm locked out, but I have a second floor balcony that my balcony door I know is unlocked because I never locked it. And so I piled my neighbor's patio furniture on top of each other, but it's very heavy metal furniture. And he was home, and I didn't want him to hear me dragging his furniture because he's very nosy. So I had to lift this heavy-ass metal table, and then I put the chair. Well, first I tried dragging a bench there first. It was too low. Dragged the bench back. Tried just the chair. Chair wasn't tall enough. Moved the chair. Got the table, put the chair on top of the table. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I tried the table by itself, still too low. Then I did the chair on top of the table. Very wobbly, almost high enough, stood on the arms of the chair, was holding on to my balcony. And then I just when I stepped up onto the arms of the chair, the whole thing tumbled and I'm dangling from my balcony. It's also pitch black, and my balcony's made of metal. I know my hands really hurt, and I'm like, I'm going to die. Also, there's a staircase below my balcony, so I'm like, if I fall, I'm just severely going to die. Anyway, the people in the first floor of my building moved out, and I've been sneaking into that apartment for weeks now to do laundry because they have a laundry machine in there. So I know that their door is open, so I snuck in through their apartment. Now I'm in my hallway.
Hopefully there's no cops watching tonight.
Yeah, right.
It's like, I live here, I swear.
I don't think she's got a problem of white girl with red hair sneaking into an apartment.
Yeah, you're probably pretty safe. Meanwhile, Aurora pointed out, very reminiscent of this week's challenge with the ladder and Molly falling over and over again on the unbalanced ladder.
Why?
It's fault.
No,
not at all.
But what's so difficult? You have so many people,
and they have all the big.
I bet the ladder was heavy. I mean, it had to have been for 7 people to not be able to hold it up.
But the other tribe who got rid of Ronnie, one of their big dudes, didn't seem to have any. I guess it was Vince.
No, it was Tom. Tom's holding that sucker up by himself.
Yeah, that's true. Represent for your boy Tom on your fantasy team
in Canada, baby.
Glad did something in the game.
Outstanding. So where do you guys want to start tonight? Should we start with the first idol of the game being found, or is it just me who's kind of idol crazy?
Chelsea, right? We're talking about Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea had a big showing this week, starting finding an idol.
She made fire and then found an idol. She literally had an orgasm of a day. So.
And I'm glad that she got to do that because, I think she's the super fan of the season. So I think it's great whenever a super fan can pull stuff like that off. So good job, Chelsea.
Whose team is Chelsea on? Vic's team.
Wow.
Just had to say that.
What do you guys think about the starting of the fire, though? Was that a good move or a bad move? Because I would think after our season especially, people would be looking at that and going, I'm not taking her to the end.
I think
maybe that's just my fault because I'm scarred.
I think the girls are stepping up right now, like Janet in the challenges. Chelsea's stepping up to make fire whenever, Aaron and Tom, they couldn't make fire. So might be a foreshadowing of someone winning the Final Four fire making challenge. I don't know.
That's true. It's bad. I mean, they needed fire, right? And she was the only one who was going to do it. So she's gained respect.
With that, why didn't Elizabeth step up? She went to the Island of Idols. She knew how to make the fire. I was expecting it to be her.
Yeah, I just figure Elizabeth and Dean were hanging out this week because we didn't see Elizabeth at all.
Yeah, Dean's not also.
I don't really mind it. I mean, I think it was good, but I also think, again, now we're with super fans. If you haven't been practicing and you've been applying for years, you've done something wrong.
Yeah. That's making me laugh about the Island of Idols. Your 2 big lessons from Survivor greats. And I agree, Rob and Sandra are the greats. It's make fire and listen to people. It's like, oh, thank you. I never would have listened to
I
anybody.
will say, even though that is two huge things, like we've played, we know how important that is. Like I think the listening, like whenever you're watching, you're like, this is pretty dumb. But that is like a key thing whenever we're out there is like we have to know, like I needed to know Victoria loves SpongeBob, like that was something that we could connect on. We'd make SpongeBob references. Like I think those little things are huge.
Idiot not to know that Victoria loves SpongeBob because you guys talked about it for hours on end.
And I had
no idea. Little things that is what makes the biggest difference.
And it seemed like you'd have to be kind of an idiot not to pass this test. No, I mean, I'm not saying that Kelly is an idiot. Kelly's great, but come on.
Hat. Like, at least that.
I know.
Yeah.
What were they going to ask? Who was Rob married to? Like,
yeah.
I thought they were going to get more complicated than that. That was fucking easy.
Yeah.
Was anyone else watching it and being like, well, he's in the Army and he was been in it for 27 years and all? Like, I was like trying to already memorize shit. I don't know why.
Was Sandra in the Army also?
Yes.
Does anyone know?
I think she might have been Air Force.
Okay. But I thought it was funny. Like she was wearing an Army hat and they asked like what branch of service.
Yeah.
Like that's
it's her husband's hat.
Yeah.
Can we talk Kelly's?
That was a lot easier than Elizabeth's challenge.
But I like how she did like take her time in responding and be like, I don't know, like didn't answer right away, which allowed them to give her more.
Oh, she didn't answer right away, and Rob was like, let me give you 3 days. And, just 3 questions. Bob, he and I are tight.
Yeah.
Never communicated with him in my life, much to my chagrin.
I actually enjoy it. I still think it went way too long.
When she put the idol in her hair, how do we feel about that? Because I think
that was Sandra, wasn't it?
Yeah. So Sandra blew it up. So everyone's giving it to her. On Twitter, Sandra's like, "Hey, that was a good idea, wasn't it? You did well. I told you," or something like that.
Yeah.
And
she said she should have tied it a little tighter.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Sandra posted like on Instagram or Twitter, like talking about Kelly's hair, and I think Sandra was the one that put it in her hair.
And that's we don't know whose idea it was, but definitely Sandra at least helped tie it in the hair.
Right.
So now not only it could have been Sandra that came up with that brilliant idea or Rob, but also she used the exact same excuse as Elizabeth. So I think that excuse has to come from Rob and Sandra.
I think agreed.
Which my wife
Becca
said from the get-go. The one about hitting the pots and not instead of saying that Rob and Sandra were there.
You think they're just kind of guiding them down a path saying, hey, you could say this?
Well, because if you think about it, you look closest to the I can't even think, Island of Idols or what was it called? Ghost Island, where they had the boxes and they had to pick it.
Yeah.
With the clues. And they both said urns. I think they're given.
I would think that a smarty pants Harvard grad like Kelly would think someone's going to get sent here and meet Boston Rob and Sandra and know I'm a liar. Like we gave Elizabeth a really hard time week 1, but no one seems to be giving Kelly the same hard time, even though she's going to get caught also.
I did like the way Kelly put on a show though. Whenever she got back to camp, like she's crying, she's pouring out her bag, but also loved how they were legit patting the back of her head whenever they were all hugging her. I was like, please fall out.
Yeah.
Whoever's idea it was, she was fearless. That was amazing.
I think it's crazy now also like how tiny the idols are. Like the actual necklace part is so tiny and like barely anything.
Yeah.
Whereas it used to be a big bulge in your pants.
Right. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to hide that.
No.
Someone said that they foreshadowed Lauren making fire on Oz season, which I always thought was really funny because they put like one line of her being like, I can
the fire so warm or whatever.
But they also
make fire or even attempt to, like she literally just was putting wood on the fire.
Well, they also foreshadowed Chris though. David said something. They were talking about how good David was at fire, and he's like, I'm no Chris.
Yeah, but we were all a bunch of Noras. Like we kept the fire going. I think we started the fire like twice all season.
We never lost her.
Yeah, Aurora was the workhorse at night at the fire. I woke up many nights with Aurora throwing wood on that fire.
I will say, I thought about it and I was like, I was not that bad. I hope I was not that bad, but damn. Nora, Girl, simmer down now.
She's fun to watch the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hope
I'd
she
keep her
stays on
long.
Crazy.
forever.
I'd keep her.
I love how Jason had to clarify on social media. I'm married. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
No matter how many times Nora compares me to her ex who she loved.
I
It's
still
not
love
gonna
him. He's
happen.
like, don't dance. She dances. Don't dance. Like his job
That
is
was
like
funny.
Kelly with War Dog. Like chill out, chill down, sit down.
Yeah. He has to manage
Chill
Nora.
down.
Oh my god, her dancing was kind of fun too, but her yoga, dude,
Yeah.
you haven't eaten. No yoga. This is not yoga.
50 times. I
She's gonna
would
do
have been.
3,000 arm raises.
And everyone did it.
Yeah.
That's
Except
nuts.
Molly was not there in the video. I noticed.
Oh,
which I thought was
I'm
interesting.
Molly. We're all Molly
Yeah.
in that moment. I would not have been doing yoga. Fuck that. Fuck exercise.
Yeah, sorry, Joe.
Well, I remember. Do y'all remember in the early days at Comma? Like I would wake up and Joe would be gone, and I would think he was looking for an idol, and then he would be out on the beach stretching. Like
Yeah,
that's
with
just
all the
like one of the.
Surrounding him.
Yeah.
We're all doing other things. Like somebody just found an idol. The cameras are all on Joe doing yoga.
That's what I want to watch. Let's be honest.
Joe, can you come in the water one more time and whip your hair for us?
I will say, like Chelsea finding an idol reminded me of Lauren finding an idol, where they both were just walking and they looked over at the camera and they were like, "Oh,
I know. It just like happened to be on it.
Dude, I think about how long I looked for that first idol, and I'm just like, are you serious?
I'm thinking about how long I looked for an idol and said I found you." Like,
I remember Rick talking about how he would check in that one hole in the tree every day. Like at Manu, you said you would just check there
I
daily.
checked
Which there never
there
was one
every
there.
day.
Yeah.
That's not where I ever found it in that tree. That tree's like the most obvious place on the entire island. I don't think they ever.
I think the most obvious was those vines. Like I thought one had to be there. Do you remember that huge viney tree?
Yeah.
That
Spooky
was,
tree.
yeah.
I feel like they showed you Rick finding an idol in a hole somewhere or a stump or something, didn't they?
Yes.
I checked the stump 8,000 times.
I
must have had. I don't know. I was so mad when I saw that.
I checked
Here's
one.
what I'll get.
There are a lot of different stumps out there. It was the first time I had checked it.
No, it was the stump.
Here's what I will give to Rick is
I think
Rick woke up before
dreaming.
everybody else.
Dreaming.
Rick woke up before everybody else was already looking. Rick had midnight talks with David. Like, I will say a lot of it they didn't show about like timing of it.
Well,
So-
of course, yeah.
Rick was suspended in a tree while everyone else was asleep. Rick was Batman.
So
So, okay, moving on to that, why don't we talk about someone sneaking in next? Or should we? We'll wait on that.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
Oh, just
What?
go. Fuck it. Move on. Okay, so talking about Rick in the middle of the night sneaking for a tree. Next week, tomorrow, someone has to sneak on to someone's island.
I can't wait to see that.
Oh,
And they all
yeah.
get
Wait, what?
scared and they turn around.
Well,
Oh
and
yeah. That looks awesome.
I
I
think
hope
that's
it's Tom.
so. I don't mind talking about this because it's already public. So Jeff obviously has been very public about the spoilers. Even this one, like showing
Oh,
Kelly,
yeah. Say
obviously.
that again.
They did it again. And he just said, like, look, I fixed it. And then they just released something showing like someone's looking at a map and they've got to sneak in and it's short black hair. And there's only one person on the other team who has short black hair. It's Ben.
they spoiled it already.
Ben knows.
Bummer, man. Yeah, that's insane to me.
Yeah. And Jeff's pissed.
I know everyone thinks Jeff has total control, and I did too.
I did too. Yeah, I'm like, what is Jeff doing now? Fix it, Jeff. Like,
Yeah.
I think that shows he's got control of like the game and everything. But when it comes to what goes on TV, that's CBS. So,
Yeah.
and if people want to have him have control, then they need to start telling people.
I'll text him later and find out what's going on.
It's like CBS is so afraid of The Masked Singer, and anyone watching that stupid show over Survivor, I just don't have time for. Like, give it a break, man.
Isn't that just called the radio? Like you don't know who they are.
Right. Exactly.
So.
Vic, there's a lot of people concerned about you being locked out of your apartment. Eliza Gilbert just asked, is Vic still locked out of her apartment? And we want to make it clear that she's not laying on the stairs for fun. When
somebody
does Billy
help.
get home?
I don't know. I just ordered $25 worth of Taco Bell. Somebody help. Somebody let me inside.
I'm hoping that's just like New York prices.
No, it's not. I ordered like 15 things.
Oh my God.
There you go. It's like she's still on the island. Reward challenge for climbing all those pieces of lawn furniture.
I'm just hoping Billy comes home soon for keys and to eat some tacos.
He's gonna come upstairs. You're gonna be like there passed out.
We did talk earlier about the women dominating this season, but we didn't even talk about the challenge where the women dominated the end of the challenge.
Missy
Bird.
I forget.
She killed it.
What happened to the other challenge? I forget.
It was the one where like, so you had to swim. Oh no, that's next week. You had to get the ladder, get all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Run across it, and then the ball. You had to
The ball.
maneuver it.
Yeah.
And Missy killed it.
Missy came in clutch.
And then who was it? Elaine who came in and got one of the balls too? Like somebody else got the middle one.
Remember.
I think it may have been Elaine. Yeah.
Good on the other side. They were really behind, and he almost caught up.
He seemed super lackadaisical though. Like he was taking a nap in the middle of the challenge. Like I know you can't do anything while it's there, but as soon as you get that ball, you gotta like go, bro.
Yeah, but I'll go with it too because Missy like threw one and she was like let me throw it to Africa over here, like so far away.
That's true. She did throw it far. But white ball challenges were kind of my thing. I felt really good if a challenge had a white ball, except for the one that Gavin won.
Yeah, she was totally
and gave me a little wink.
shit. Am I still?
You're good.
Yeah,
You're still good.
and also, speaking of naps, what did y'all think of Jamal's power nap before tribal?
Did you guys? I don't think we didn't have people napping on tribal days that I recall.
I mean, there would definitely be like shelter laying, but there weren't naps.
Yeah.
But you lay in a group, you wouldn't just go off and nap by yourself.
Well, and I know that Molly did a whole thing on about being like, I wasn't napping. Like, don't think I was napping. Look, I was with people. But I am going to go against your comment about getting really mad and defensive when someone at tribal is like, well, I feel like you're in your power, people, and we've been left out. Because I just don't think that people understand when they're in some power position that they're leaving everyone else out. And it's very easy to see.
Yeah.
And when your power position is 3 ain't a fucking number.
Yeah, I was going to say 3's not a majority, so.
No.
It's not that
Jack, wake up.
It was unreal how quickly those 3 got really cocky. I mean, everyone knows you don't get cocky on Survivor, but like, you haven't even gone to a tribal yet, and you're like, Jack and Molly and Jamal think they're running the show?
Dude, the fact that everyone gave them a name. Like, they had the queen, and the Jack.
The queen.
Pretty good.
I like that.
Yeah. I think Jack handled it well, though, because he just constantly, like, stayed behind them, didn't.
I think between Jamal and Jack, I think they're definitely going to be more likely to pull Jack into the group, or Jack's going to find another majority before Jamal.
Yeah.
Because I think Jamal was pretty standoffish, even at tribal council.
I mean, it's hard to say how Jack was actually acting, but I think they gave him he must have been acting some type of way at tribe. It is tribe for people to be saying that stuff about him, but I feel like they didn't edit it to make him look like a dick, so I think he'll probably recover.
Yeah.
I just not bringing your bag. Even when I won immunity, I would take my bag to tribal. I would only leave my chunky shoes behind because it's such a bad optics.
I was going to say, what happened the time War Dog left his shoes behind? I can't remember.
Boom.
He got voted out.
Chris, when Chris left his shoes behind, we voted him out. Not because of that, but that's why War Dog was wearing Chris Underwood shoes the rest of the season.
And then
future players didn't leave your stuff behind.
Yeah, somebody asking us to get Chris on this thing, and we're going to try to do that in the future. We're going to invite him. We like Chris. We want to hear what he has to say.
I actually told Ron the night he was voting out to pick up his shoes, and he still didn't do it.
That worked out for him.
Well,
and those were some fancy shoes.
Yes, they were.
Oh, talking about shoes. Okay, Dean's shoes.
Those are sweet,
shoes?
light blue Nikes.
He's got some nice baby blue, like hot tops, Jordan style, like Sweet.
I like those.
Robert, the intern from Survivor Specialist, was going on and on about his shoes. I got to check out Dean's shoes. They're making more of an impact than Dean at this point.
I
A
haven't.
true
Not
game
his fault.
changer.
I have no idea. What it's like.
Speaking of Survivor shoes, look at the shoes I'm wearing.
Whoa.
See?
Oh, gosh. Are those the ones?
They look black from there, but
Those are the
they're
ones.
blue. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
the
good ad for those shoes.
neon blue ones.
I can't believe you jumped
Yeah,
off the boat
I've
in that.
had these since I was 15 years. Yeah, crazy. Everyone go buy Doc Martens, neon blue.
All of my Survivor shoes are sitting in my garage, smelling, with the rest of my Survivor stuff.
Nah, these are old and trusted.
Anything else at Tribal?
I really am getting I love Rob and Sandra as much as anybody, but at Tribal, it really pulls me out of
Yes,
the action.
agree.
The one part I was glad there wasn't
I
like
love Sandra's one-liners.
Yeah.
yeah. There weren't comments like, "Ooh, we like this person. Ooh, we like that." So I loved that. But their faces when they realized that Molly was about to get blindsided, amazing. It was everyone's face in the U.S.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone cropped their faces on like people riding down Splash Mountain. Like they're like, it was great. Yeah.
I saw on a Twitter thread that executive producer Matt Van Wagenen had said like someone should put them on Splash Mountain. And
Yeah,
then,
so someone did it, and it was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that was good. But again, even that, like, if you think about it, it's the same thing where like you're pulling someone out of the game and you're having 10 minutes of what probably is a 40-minute show being not about the game. Like,
yeah.
it's just
a
hard.
lot. How do we feel about one, Molly going home, and two, the comparison social media keeps giving her about being Parvati 2.0?
I thought it was pretty spot on. I don't know. I thought like she had these people in her hand. So
I feel like that's a really
think she was
unfair comparison to Parvati because Parvati's too smart to ever go home number 2. She never would have been that cocky with just 2 people in her pocket. She would have had the majority. That's how Parvati is like a great player.
True.
Well, and that's
But I think she would have been dangerous.
I think it's interesting because I
Would have
think
been if she hadn't gotten voted out second. Like Ronnie might have been the best player in the game if he hadn't been the first voted out.
but War Dog chose him. Like
War Dog is really. I wouldn't want to be on War Dog's fantasy team right now. They're going down like flies.
Except for Janet. Janet's going to win the whole thing.
I hope so.
I think it's interesting because I think we're quick to say like cocky, and I think they were calling it cocky. I think it's just what people don't understand about Survivor is obviously you're going to connect with people. Like you were saying, like Gavin, you and Victoria connected on SpongeBob. Gavin, you and Rick connected on The Office. But one connection isn't the majority.
Yeah.
Is you have to constantly be making sure you're talking to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is like I remember
And not even talking, but let's go to the Island of Idols and you're listening to everyone.
Yep.
Wink wink.
well
Little
done,
plug for
Gavin.
Island of Idols. 'Cause I think that's more important than talking is listening. So
I know I made that mistake in the game. I didn't after the merge, I didn't feel like I needed Aurora, and we were nice around camp, but like I never reached out to her. And then all of a sudden I needed that vote. And Aurora was like, "You haven't even talked to me yet." Late in the game, Victoria hadn't worked with me forever, and then all of a sudden came to me and was like, "Hey, I need."
Well, that was in your best interest, so.
Yeah, that was.
No, but I get it. I mean, in the beginning, like,
Not my fault you didn't listen. Not my fault you didn't want $1 million.
Yeah. Well, I took us both out. And
You did.
but I don't think Molly is a poverty. I don't. Like, I feel like Molly got along with people and she smiled and she just could laugh things off without being too intertwined in conversations. But guess what? Lauren did that as well, but didn't get voted out.
Yeah.
Like, Lauren played the exact same game.
she could come back in day 35 and win. It's a possibility.
Wait, what?
Not ruling that out.
What?
there might be a
They
secret.
were
at the
talking
beginning.
the videos. No.
Do you guys think Rob and Sandra can call home?
Yes.
They better be
No.
able to. Like, I would be upset if they couldn't. It's just so silly.
Anyone else?
Well,
I
how
don't
big
think
is
so.
silly?
It's like
There's no
crying
reason they should be
about-
like,
Well, you guys never lived on edge of extinction. And, like, the thing with Edge of Extinction is like it's the boredom of doing nothing all day. So they'd have to pay me some big bucks to go out there and I'm not saying they didn't pay him big bucks. I don't know. But like to sit on an island and do nothing when it brings nothing to the story, I'd be like, can I bring some Stephen King books? And I want to talk to my family like once a week.
Do you think they're out there all day?
I was going to say, I'm sure they're rehearsing like just like a challenge. You know, they're figuring out what they're going to say and how the challenge is going to run and stuff like that. The challenge, like whatever the Island of Idols thing's going to be. So like, that's at least something
like
to do.
What, 3 hours in a week?
Yeah, but
I do like that it doesn't. It to me, it seems they don't know what's happening. Like they have no idea what's happening on the island.
Yeah,
and
before we knew it was the listening challenge, I thought they'd lost their minds. That was hilarious when they just kept going on and on and on.
I thought it was interesting how she didn't interrupt them and try and talk about herself. She just listened. So
well, she didn't listen. She was panicking in her head.
True. Talk about panicking. Can we talk about Aaron?
Yeah, and Vince.
Yo, bro. Yo.
Vince is a surprise to me.
He even said, I shouldn't do this. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Boy.
Like I went off on War Dog that one time, but I thought I had the numbers on my side when I did that. Like Aaron knows he's in the minority and he's going off on everybody.
Versus one.
Missy's face, like, shit, dude, calm down.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you shouldn't be talking down to the one person who's reaching out to you, you know, like to try to mend the fence. Like that's the one that he should be, I don't know, at least showing a little respect to.
Yeah.
Listen, the night that I was by myself totally after Julia got voted out and I had no one, I wanted to isolate myself and like be angry at everyone, but that's not what you do, man. It's Survivor. You got to be nice to everyone now and be like, hey, I'm a number. I'm by myself. You could use me now. And all he did was the total opposite.
Yeah. I at least tried to go down and talk to him. I got told, get the hell out. I tried.
But tried.
But again, it wasn't day 6. Like, good Lord.
Yeah. There's a long way to go, Aaron. I'm not feeling good about my the Aaron part of my squad. It's like, buddy.
I don't know, but I also think these women, like, I feel like they're going to have a problem too because they're so outwardly a pack. Like, yes, there may be a minority of men, but like it only takes a few chisels to break that rock. I mean,
how long do we think this women's alliance is really going to last? I think 1 or 2 more episodes max.
Yeah, it depends on a tribe swap.
Yeah, do you think they'll do a tribe swap like they did with us, or do you because they're I think they decide ahead of time. But these tribes seem more evenly. At least both tribes have won a challenge, unlike my Manu tribe that was just we would have been wiped out if we never did a tribe swap, even though it didn't work out for me.
When was our tribe swap? Was it episode 4?
Ours was 4, yeah.
So we'll see after tomorrow night's episode.
Was it day 9 or day 11?
It was day 9. We
day
were
9,
Manu day 9.
I think it's more often that the tribe swap makes complete chaos. It's really only been 2 seasons where it has been just a blowout. And so, I definitely expect a tribe swap.
Yeah.
That's also going to be tough on editing if they make it into 3, and now you have 3 tribes in Island of the Idols, and there's still only 1 person go.
And we haven't even done like reward challenges yet. If they try to cram in a separate reward challenge, it's going to be real busy.
I mean, it's possible though. They did it with us and Edge, you know. So it's not to say that they can't.
The rewards have also been like the spices, and I would have thought they would have gone for like comfort before spices, but like,
can you believe how crazy they went for spices after day 3? Like, I would have gone crazy for spices like 2 weeks in.
Yeah, but
the thing I will say for them is they didn't have a marooning, so they didn't get all the extra stuff.
Yeah,
we had some extra stuff from the start, but still the rewards. I think it was Randy Bailey. Like he was comparing the rewards of our Survivor to like Australian, and like we were winning pizza and they were winning like a Chevy truck or something like that. Like the rewards are insane for Australian Survivor.
Yeah.
That's not what I know. I don't think that.
Was it not? I don't watch it.
I didn't think the rewards were much better on Australia. Did you?
Okay.
Did you?
Sure. Yes, they were. They like that
Rewards?
one.
What are rewards?
Oh, are you talking about Survival? Like Survivor
Yes,
Australia?
yes,
Like
Survivor
season 2?
Australia, like the
Or Survivor in
Australian
Australia?
show. Yes, not
Rick,
season 2.
wait.
Hey,
but
Rick,
the show,
Yeah.
or what is it?
I don't know about rewards. I don't know about rewards.
True. That's
Is it
too bad
Gavin?
Julie and Lauren aren't here.
Our helicopter.
Yeah.
Way better. Let's
But
go
yeah,
by
no,
eight more times.
Australia had way better rewards. That one girl won that crate with like every food in it, and like everything was like a fucking meal. And those people hardly lost any weight even after 50 days.
Yeah,
That's how
I
much
guess you're
reward
right.
they got.
Even when they went to the island of whatever, they were eating. Like,
Yeah, I guess you're right. They are pretty good.
that.
Yeah,
But
ours
they
were
I don't know.
minimal in comparison.
Yeah.
But at least we had a marooning. And Gavin's right. I've been wondering, like, they're on the same islands we were just on, and we know that there is no food on those islands. There's no fruit trees. There's nothing.
Okay.
So like, they just have rice.
Has anyone watched the like additional videos or whatever that's on CBS All Access?
No, I don't pay for it anymore.
So there is a video of Jason cutting down a papaya tree. Cutting it down. I was literally like, bro,
Why?
you
Look
just...
out for season 40, bro.
And he acted like it's this big manly thing. And I'm like, a papaya tree's only like that big. Like, it's not that hard. Just
No.
I was actually wondering about that because they did show them chopping down trees and stuff in just the regular episode. And is that not allowed? Were we not allowed to do that?
Oh, no one ever told me that we couldn't.
there were no fruit. There was no fruit. Like,
But
we
I
didn't
don't mean fruit trees. I just mean like they were chopping down actual trees to build their shelter. And weren't we not supposed to actually harm anything on the island?
I mean, I think we could. I think we.
Yeah,
just
I know.
didn't.
I chopped down like every palm prawn. I don't even know why they
Yeah.
have palm prawns still on that island. I felt like I got all of them, including the that were infested with
55,
bugs.
it's just gonna be like a level piece of land, nothing.
I was such an idiot. I was like, oh, we got wet. I'll just pile palm fronds on here. Did not stop the rain at all, but totally infested our shelter with bugs.
No.
Sorry, Manu.
Which again, I'm still so surprised everyone's sleeping in the bamboo. Like, sorry, didn't sleep in the bamboo, and it was the best decision I made. From that,
No, me and Gavin bamboo.
you and Gavin.
Shelter loyalist.
No,
Vic froze again.
I like the shelter, but it was freezing, like it was miserable. But waking up wet on the sand, like I would just feel damp, you know. I would feel
was not
moist.
damp down there. I was just like a lot warmer by the fire. You never. How do you know if you woke up damp? You never once came over by the fire.
I did. I slept there once.
Because you guys monopolized the blanket the entire game.
Okay,
No one else
nobody.
could touch the blanket, but Lauren
No,
and
that
Gavin.
was Ron and Victoria's blanket.
You,
I would wake
Gavin,
up
Ron.
and it would be curled up under Ron. Like he would
you,
get
Gavin,
it.
and Ron
he would
had a
roll.
blanket every single night and likely a pillow.
Yeah, because
asked,
Lauren did come down and join us by the fire.
I asked every single night, does anyone want this blanket? And no one ever said yes. So
I never asked about the pillow. I grabbed the pillow every night. Yeah,
I
wasn't-
asked, and nobody ever wanted it. And then, you know what? I weighed the least, so screw you guys. I was coldest.
Yeah, and I
It
I
was
had a lot
freezing.
better clothing to keep warm than Vic and most people. Although Vic, you did all right compared to some of the other girls. You at least had a hoodie, but
Yeah, well,
I had a
Ron
lot more body
burned
fat.
holes in
And the
it
beanie.
when, you know. I did have a beanie, a cashmere beanie.
that also had holes burnt in it.
No,
So
my hat didn't have holes burnt.
Is
Let's
it
go
true
back.
that was Adam Savage's beanie that you took on the island?
oh yeah.
Andrew Savage's?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Do you remember Savage always wore a beanie at Tribal once he got voted out?
The beanie of a much younger person.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say he was having gray hair.
So let's get back to this season. This is not about us.
Okay.
It's not.
Forgot for a second it wasn't about us.
Hi, sorry, I'm locked out of my apartment.
Do you want to be a part of the podcast?
You know that she's
This
on
is
Survivor.
Eventually. You want to be on the Survivor podcast? Say hi, everybody. Season 38 of Survivor.
You
Do
have
it.
the Taco Bell.
I love how one of her neighbors is learning that she was on Survivor at this very moment.
Karishma.
You know Karishma? Can she give us any intel?
Yeah.
She's on my team, bruh.
They're freaking out. These are my
That's
former
so funny.
castmates. Have a good night.
Bye.
Amazing.
Thank you. The things you find out in the hallways.
For trespassing.
I was trying to think. Now I can't even remember. I was like, I had someone else that was a player and did something this week, and now I'm just forgetting it all.
Lauren did a great job of putting the target on those three.
Yeah.
I thought she did great, but the only thing that I can't get over is she made such a big deal out of it on social media. And I just can't imagine making that big of a deal out of like saying one little line on like the second episode. And I'm like, she might not be in the game very long if she needs this moment to be this big. That's really reading into things. But I was just like,
I think she's great at confessionals though. Like whenever she knows she has a good one, like Davey tweeted it, like you can see it on her face. She's like she just knows she killed it.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I mean, I think she definitely was a pusher in that because other people like Tommy were talking about it, but they were like, "Don't rock the boat." But if I got the numbers, but if I don't have the numbers, so you can definitely see it was her. Also, how she acted at Tribal, I was pretty surprised by how outwardly she was like, "Yep, getting them out. Like I'm playing the game. I'm about to get you out." And it's like, oh,
you almost said evict.
I did. I know. I was surprised because it's like, hey, this is one vote. Like, next vote, someone who wasn't so control of that may look at you as a threat. Because I do think with fans, you're going to get people not voting out who you don't like, but instead who you think are threats. So.
And I can definitely see Jamal and Jack getting back with Tommy. And being threats in the game again. Like, I think that tribe can get spun all types of different ways. Dan, we really don't know where Dan lies.
I think Tommy's going to have his moment soon.
Yeah.
I think Tommy's killing it. I think he wanted to be the person people are talking to, and he is.
Yeah.
So, in summary, Victoria has the best team, and that's it.
In summary, Victoria has a very strong pick with Tommy. That's all we're saying right now.
What? No, we said how great Chelsea did, how great Missy did.
Yeah.
We're just going to not talk about Jason.
Chelsea has like a machete mishap from what we can tell.
Yeah.
Who does?
Didn't the preview make it look like Chelsea like hurt herself with a machete or something?
Karishma.
Oh, was it Karishma? I thought it was Chelsea.
Karishma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's a whole thing because people don't come up to her and everything. So I don't know. I think if you say your team's good, you sound like War Dog, and that didn't work out so well.
War Dog's team is definitely.
Make that compared, and now she's like going to kill me.
Listen, I think Janet's in it to win it. So, did you see the preview for next week's challenge? Janet keeping up with the Olympic swimmer. I mean, come on.
Really? That's awesome.
Amen.
Like,
I thought Janet was kind of a giveaway that people were more unhappy with Molly than it seemed. Like, I think Molly was kind of she seemed to be turning off some of the women with her relationships with the guys, maybe being too flirty. Because, like, the second Lauren brought up Molly, Janet was all over it. And it made me think that those women might have been sitting back going, man, Molly doesn't have any time for us. Did you guys get that read at all?
I did.
I mean, I can see that, yeah.
I think Survivor's more like middle school and high school than people want to admit. And I think you revert back to it. So when you see a pretty girl, like, chatting it up with the guys and laughing to everything, oh, yeah, people who weren't like that are going to judge it.
Yeah.
So
I'd also be like, you can tell me that like we're the nerdy kids once, but if you keep telling me we're the nerdy kids, I'm going to start getting a little offended.
unless
Were other people saying that to them, or were they self-proclaiming they were the nerdy kids?
No, that's what I mean. Self-proclaiming. Like if I'm in your alliance and you keep calling us the losers, I'm like, dude, speak for yourself. I feel pretty good about myself.
Nora is the queen of the nerds right now, she says, right?
Yeah.
But none of them are nerds. Like Nora has like a 6-pack. Like why is she so down on herself?
Right. Like a successful entrepreneur with
Yeah.
Because she likely, I don't know if you can tell, may have a little difficulty socializing and not
But
talking.
that's not a nerd. Whatever. Terminology.
I agree. Hey, yo. Don't hate.
I'm not hating on you. I'm just like, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Arg Maddie says life is more like middle school and high school than anyone likes to admit.
Agreed.
Correct.
And Arden Matey says the popular kids will always win. So he's saying we're all losers.
Well, Chris.
Thanks.
Oh,
All right, see you guys.
Popular kid.
we're out. I was sad that I didn't hear any funny comments from Jeff. A little hurt by that. I need it. I need his challenge comments. I love it.
Especially when there are balls involved.
There were balls. And he didn't say, get your ball in the slot. Like, come on.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of Karishma hurting herself with the machete, weren't you guys like, after experiencing Survivor, more than ever, I'm shocked that there aren't a lot more serious injuries on Survivor. Because I remember like walking through camp and all of a sudden just someone not looking goes back with the machete. And I'm like, whoa.
Wasn't it Aurora? Or was it you that had the coconut on the machete and it just hurled? Like just slingshotted.
Yeah.
Like Julie with that machete around camp.
Well, that and like even cutting the bamboo and like little slits being on the floor. I stepped on so many and impaled my foot.
Yeah, I jabbed my calves with the bamboo of our shelter a lot.
Yeah.
My feet were messed up for months afterwards.
Yeah.
But it is scary also because people think like you have this little knife and you're like, no, it's this massive thing that isn't sharp except for random places. And like, yeah. So
It's like a knife hammer.
So they have fishing stuff already?
I guess. We did too. We started with fishing stuff.
We started with fishing
with
stuff. No one on our tribe ever went out. Chris told us day one he was a master diver and never once went fishing. And don't think that didn't come up when he voted him out third. We were like, and he ate more chicken. Sorry, Chris. You ate more chicken than the rest of us, and it ticked us off.
We didn't have a raft or anything, though. Like,
yeah. What are they talking about?
No,
you did have a raft. It was just way too big to move.
The plywood.
Yeah, but was that going to float?
I think that's what it was a raft.
Yeah.
It was literally too heavy to move. Like we never had time.
Exact same thing.
But we didn't have paddle. Like, how were you going to move it? You didn't have paddles. You were just going to like someone swimming.
Did y'all ever try moving that? Like it was like an 8-man job to pick up.
When we were on Lesu after the swap, we really wanted to bring it up from the beach to use as our part of our shelter. And all 5 of us got on there and could not budget.
Yeah. And our fishing was like, the reef was way out there. That wasn't like a quick little, let's go dive in and see if there's some fish. That was a journey.
I can still remember on one of our first days, Aurora tried getting me to go out and fish with her. And like, I was like, oh my God, am I really going to do this? And then I chickened out.
I went out on Edge of Extinction. I swam out because Chris did do a lot of fishing on Edge of Extinction. I swam out to the edge of the reef and looked down, and I was terrified.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God,
I
gotta get out of here.
To go out in the ocean.
I swam out. I'm like, I'm going to be that girl who's like spearfishing. I go out there so excited. I see 3 reef sharks, and I turn my fucking ass around.
I was like, I'll fish here in the shallow part. And I did, and it was fun. But that, like, when you go over that reef, it's like the deep. No way, man.
Who else is waiting for Janet to go out there and literally, like, catch like a
Janet! Catch a great white with her bare fists.
Exactly. Like, I got this giant squid.
Done. I love her. I absolutely adore her.
Can you eat the giant
I
clam?
love all the older people. Yeah. That was the best food we had out on the edge of extinction, were the giant clams and the conch shells. Way more meat than it's all
Sounds
meat.
Good.
Way more than fish
it.
that gets pretty much stuck on a frying pan.
I would say that's probably like the alluded to then comment, since we didn't get like Jeff talking about balls. We got clam squirting on Molly. I'm sorry.
This is what Aurora's watching for.
You know, Aurora's bringing it to the table, and I love it.
Keeping it real.
Are we missing anything, guys? Did we not talk about anything?
We were kind of all over the place, but I think we pretty much covered the ground. What do you have any predictions for what Rob and Sandra are going to teach us this week? Make fire, listen to people.
Be able to sneak around and listen to people. Like, be able to be
lying. Telling like which is a lie or which is the truth, maybe. That could be a good challenge.
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie, Rob and Sandra version.
That would be hilarious.
That's my guess.
Or the idol.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, is there's only so many, but I wonder if they're taking like a chapter from each of Rob's book, because he posted this last one, like he tied it into his book, like he was putting a little plug to sell his book. But I wonder if it's legit just going to be stuff out of there.
But I think their whole challenge is that they give someone a map and they say, you've got to sneak into this person's camp, and
you think that will be there?
And you have to find it. So just like with you, Rick, and being able to discern these maps, you've got to be able to read clues quickly and be able to understand it and get it done when no one's watching while everyone else is around.
And maybe be bold, make big move, don't be scared to make a move, like go into the other person's camp or something.
Or just be okay with slipping away and making sure no one notices. You've got to go and search for an idol, but no one can know that you're gone. So
that'll be a good one. I'll be excited to watch it.
It'll be a good time. I do want to mention that I went to Apple Fest this weekend in Gavin's small town of Irwin, Tennessee. And guys, you would not believe how popular Gavin is in Irwin, Tennessee. I think we all know, but he's like the king of Irwin. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I wish I could have come.
Me a villain.
Yeah, they were. It was great, but some people were hardcore hating on Rick, and I was like, if I liked Rick, or if I didn't like Rick, he wouldn't be here.
I was like, I never voted against Gavin. I voted for him at the end. And I played an idol for him. What do you want from me, Irwin?
No, but it was fun. Rick's a trooper for sitting there and doing that for.
It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Hours.
How were the fried pickles?
They were amazing. Texas Roadhouse got paid for. Shout out to Daniela. She hooked me and Rick up with a free meal at Texas Roadhouse. So that's how we roll.
Our favorite.
Yeah.
Vic, a lot of people want an update on the stairs situation. Are you going to be there? Are you sleeping on the stairs tonight?
No, I'm not sleeping on the stairs.
Just napping.
No, Billy's on his way home.
You need to go meet that neighbor and FaceTime with Karishma.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I just feel bad because I have a dog and my guinea pig inside that could probably use dinner. I could also use dinner. Where's my Taco Bell?
Right now.
And we're probably wondering what all the banging on the window was earlier.
If I could have reached the window, I would have been in.
What is this 48-minute Taco Bell trip taking?
I just, they got to deliver it.
They got to come from south of the border. Think outside the bond.
Yeah.
My food is on the way and will arrive between 9:35 and 9:45. So nobody panic. It's on its way.
Aurora, Paul wants to know what the editing's telling us after episode 2. Do you have any thoughts on what the editing's telling us?
What the fuck is the edit? Stop.
I hate talking about the edit. I just like to enjoy the show.
We talked about that. We even little things like the fire stuff. CBS tries to fuck with your brains. Just enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Here's all I can predict. Dean most likely does not win.
Hey! Shh.
He hasn't been in it at all.
It is
Neither was
weird how not in it he's been.
Surprise.
My
Yeah.
cat
You went under and you made it till the end. Like, come on. Nope.
All right. Well, you never know. You never know. But
All
that's
right.
what the edit is telling me.
How about closing thoughts, guys? Anybody want to? I'll kick us off. My closing thought is that Chelsea killed it last week, and I think that the Women's Alliance is looking really interesting. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm keeping my eye. I mean, I think this has been the women's season so far, like for sure.
The women's season plus Tommy. I think Tommy's still very prominent. So,
Who do we think is going to go to tribal next week? Purple or orange?
I still got to say orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were going to lose everything.
Yeah. I think my final thought is.
Wait, so if Orange loses, that means someone besides the War Dogs is getting ready to take a hit, right?
Oh, does he have anyone else? He's got Nora.
He's got Nora and Janet, and they're purple.
Yeah.
So that would be good for the dog.
One of us will take a hit if purple wins.
Interesting.
And that will be Rick's team.
Yeah.
Who do we think's going?
Orange.
On orange?
Yeah, if orange loses, who's going home?
I think it'll be either me or Rick. I think it'll be Elaine or Vince.
No,
I think it'll be Vince or Aaron.
I say Vince.
They're going to keep Aaron.
When the majority of people are on your side and you come back from tribal and into somebody, I feel like you're not long for this game.
So that's
like keep the guy while he's down. Like, come on, man.
So my final thought is, Vince, if you're going to start a statement or anyone that says I shouldn't do this, and then you say it, go back, don't do it.
And your tribe's just going to be like, we don't need to deal with that.
Yeah.
Well, and then obviously also like think about it if you're going to blindside them or just not keep them in it. Oh God, they're going to be the one who reacts. Like, but right. I think a girl's going. I think it's been so much talk about the girls. I think the girls have been so together as a group and been very vocal and outward about it. No, I think a girl's going. Done.
You think who?
Okay, as my closing thoughts.
Or Elizabeth.
Maybe Karishma Medevac.
For next week, we each have to write down who we think's going home on a piece of paper, and we have to show it. So we're each voting off someone for who we think's going home next.
We do that next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. And we want to try to like get some other people in on this just for fun, like bring in a different person every once in a while.
Yes.
We were talking about bringing in Big Windy, hopefully Chris Underwood. We'll see who we can get. You know, they got to want to come play with us, so we'll see.
Yes.
I would love to get Keith on here as a super fan.
Oh my God, he'd love it.
Yeah. We lost Vic. Homeless Vic is now homeless.
The bell has arrived.
The bell called. Oh, Saved by the Bell. No.
All right.
People don't know what that is.
You guys want to sign off? Next week on Edge of Ponderosa. Oh, let's welcome Vic back for the sign off. There we go. You're just in time to say goodbye, Vic.
Goodbye, everyone. My Taco Bell arrived and somebody called me, so my video cut out because I was on the phone.
All right,
this episode of Edge of Ponderosa brought to you by Taco Bell and New York City locksmiths.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. I gotta pee. Sorry.
I don't have a bathroom in this hallway.